Hello everyone, and welcome to the last episode in Let's Play Europa Barbarorum 2 as Rome. Now, in the previous episode, I asked you guys what you think about the current play and what would you do with it. And most of you supported me in my decision to abandon this one in favor of a new campaign where we will play as Bosporani, who are located here. It's a very minor, I think, a one city minor that we will play in the next campaign. The reason for this is basically because when I started playing this campaign, EB2 was really fresh and really new, and there are many bugs and consecutively many updates and many new things in the current version of the game. So we played on, say, alpha. Well, there is a late beta now, and I'm gonna look into it in the future, follow the development, and once you guys want more of this, you can vote for it in the following votes on what Let's Play I'm gonna play. Now, though, with that said, I still think we owe it to us to have a small review of what we achieved in this fun playthrough, because interestingly, because I'm ending this one on my own term, I feel about this shorter EB2 Let's Play better than I feel about the longer EB1 Let's Play that was really good, and I guess much more detailed, and you know, we had more interesting stories and interesting wars in that one. But it was ended abruptly by the destruction of my SSD drive. So yeah, anyways, what have we achieved here? We started as a really minor empire, and we managed in a couple of years to take, well, that was Tarentum, I think, Rhagium and Messana, and we left Lilybaeum and Syracuse, or maybe even Messana, to our long-standing enemy, the Carthage. Then we pushed up and got some cities here, and then we had the very first Punic War against Carthage. It was fun. I was kind of surprised how easy it was, and we grabbed Sicily, Corsica, and Sardinia. And lately we have been pushing above the Alps here, and we laid siege to Norea and wanted to get Uesontio as well. However, we didn't manage that. We also sent some units to grab Segestica, Dalminion, and we declared war on Epirus because they are another long-standing enemy of ours, and conquered Epidamnos, which was, I believe, their capital, with a fairly large army. So what would happen if I continue this campaign would be probably fortifying the north. If there was any chance, and there might be some, I would try to grab Uesontio as well and create a border in the north. I would finish the war with Epirus here, and then probably launch a second Punic War, trying to get Massalia, which was one of our targets that we actually failed to grab because Carthage was much faster. I'd launch an attack on, is it called Baleares in English? Well, this should be Palma Mallorca, one of these, I'm not sure. They call it Ebussus in the game, so I would grab the Baleares, if they're the Baleares. If not, I'm very sorry. English geography is a hard man for me because I'm not an English native. And also, I would try to get this city, Bunda, which I believe is also owned by Carthage, or... No, wait, no, this one is... so there has to be a second city somewhere around here which is owned by Carthage. So that one. Basically creating points in the Mediterranean where we can trade, getting my hands on various resources and trying to get that. Later on I would attack Knossos to get the archers, because I think they still have the good archers here. Might not be the case, but you know, well, Crete is always nice. And after this would be done, we would probably try to get some more cities on the coast, push a bit more into Europe, probably contesting the Boii, if these are... I think these are the Boii. No, this is Adi. Boii is somewhere different. Oh yeah, these ones are the Boii. Okay, so we would contest the Adi and eventually try to create another layer of defense up in the north. By which time I would really need at least 2 or 3 strong armies just to defend this border, because most of the Germanic tribes by then would hate me and try to destroy me. With this done, the last step would probably be the final downfall of Carthage, making the north of Africa, all of this, ours, and thus creating an ever-reaching maritime empire here. With that done, conquering Greece is an easy task, going up to, well, to the border of Europe basically, because Asia is really nearby, and maybe even conquering the rest of Germany and France might be the target. So that's as far as I planned it in my head before we decided to end it, and that's gonna be it. If I play the Bosporani, it's gonna be really dependent on how the game or how the settlements are put into this area, because if I remember EB1 correctly, there were very large provinces here. So the Bosporani would probably try to get this area to create the historical Bosporani kingdom, and then move in the area of Georgia and on the coast, which is today, nowadays Bulgaria, Romania, and all of these territories should fall to it. Eventually getting northern Turkey and thus creating an envelope around the Black Sea. Not really sure how hard that is, how many enemies we would encounter, and I'm pretty sure that the Seleucids are going to be a pain when we try to achieve this, but otherwise it should be okay. Parts of Turkey, I believe, are owned by Egypt at this point. Yeah, Ptolemy, they own Rhodes, really. And there's this one, Halicarnassos. Okay, so we might encounter them as well later on, encountering Rome too. But yeah, that's what to be, that's to be expected. So basically, it would be starting here, then going like this, and then creeping around the sea, which actually isn't all that hard, because it might seem like a strategically bad decision, but if you keep a lot of ships that will transfer your units here and there, and if there are port cities here, that might be actually really easy, because whatever happens and wherever you build watchtowers, you can see the enemy approaching and get the forces where you need them. So yeah, that's the plan for the Bosporani. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play on this version, most likely not, because there will be at least one entire Let's Play in between this and the next voting. But yeah, if you enjoy this Let's Play, just let me know, and we might go with the Bosporani next time, because it would be fun, EB2 is a great game, and I would strongly suggest to everyone who hasn't played it to do it. So yeah, this is the ending to the Rome story. I hope you enjoyed it. We were successful. We played quite a lot of turns, 113 it seems, and I had fun. So hope you guys did as well. That's the important part, and see you next time with some other Let's Play.